Hello and welcome to our devotion for Tuesday the 12th of August. Our reading today is from Romans chapter 9 and verse 15, which says, "For he," that's God, "says to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I have compassion." Amen. The fairness of God is often debated, and the question which starts, "Why does God allow?" is continually asked. And even though we know it's not our place to cast judgment, we can't help what we think or how we feel. And the words, "Why, Lord?" flow quickly and easily. But are we eligible to ask that question? Does clay talk back to the potter? Does it protest of how it's made? In 1 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 16 it says, "For who has understood the mind of the Lord so as to instruct him?" Sometimes we do feel entitled to an explanation, especially during those times when it's hard coming to terms with a particular circumstance or situation. We want to understand, and we do our best to try and discern God's thinking. But how do you discern divine authority and sovereign justice? In Isaiah chapter 55 verses 8 and 9, the Lord declared, "For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts." We'll never have all the answers to all of our whys, for we only have access to the underside of the tapestry. But what we can rest in is the knowledge and the certainty that God's love for us is genuine and true through all of our circumstances. His view comes from a totally different perspective, a perspective that is expressed in a well-known poem by a not so well-known minister, composer and hymn writer by the name of Grant Tuller. In the poem he says, "My life is but a weaving between my God and me. I cannot choose the colours he weaveth steadily. Ofttimes he weaveth sorrow, and I in foolish pride forget he sees the upper and I the underside. Not till the loom is silent and the shuttles cease to fly will God unroll the canvas and reveal the reason why the dark threads are as needful in the weaver's skilful hand as the threads of gold and silver in the pattern he has planned. He knows, he loves, he cares. Nothing this truth can dim. He gives the very best to those who leave the choice to him." More often than not, God's ways are going to be way beyond our understanding. But if we have put our trust in him, then even with all of our questions, we can trust him without doubt. Amen. May the Lord bless you today.